What's up, everybody? It's April Laura, your Florida realtor, and today I am bringing you Apex at Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, so stick around. So I was at Apex at Avenir today with a client, and they're actually going to be having finally their grand opening of their model homes. Now, Apex has been selling since October of 2023, and they're actually 30% sold out already. This is insane. And in the Summit collection, they actually right now only have 6 lots left of what's available. So if you are interested in this community, I highly recommend you give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email. Let me and my team help you navigate through this new construction, beautiful new development, and guide you through buying in this gorgeous new development. Now, I'm going to take you to the website in just a few minutes because the model homes aren't open yet. They're opening this Saturday. It is going to be just a feeding frenzy because there's going to be so many people there. I am going to get incredible videos of the model homes, but if you haven't seen GL's work, you should. GL Homes is one of the best, most notable builders in South Florida. They have been building here for decades and decades. They know this area like the back of their hand. All you have to do is drive up and down Lyons Road from Boynton Beach to Boca Raton, and you will see the type of development they have done. All age communities, 55 plus communities like Valencia Grand. They have done the Bridges, 7 Bridges, the Oaks. They've done Dakota. They have done Lotus, Lotus Edge, Lotus Palm. So Lotus Edge is the latest one, and you can go into Lotus Palm to see the model homes, and the interior of the homes are going to be very, very, very similar, almost exact. The exterior is going to be a little bit different because they do have 3 different elevations. So the ones in Lotus are going to be a different, more modern than the ones in Apex at Avenir, even though they have like a coastal, contemporary, and a modern style. So don't worry, it should suit your needs. Now, because GL Homes is such an incredible and such a huge builder, they are just one of the biggest builders here. They're very well known for delivering a very good product and keeping their customers happy. If they didn't have that reputation, they probably wouldn't be as successful and as widespread in the South Florida area as they are. And what GL Homes is really good at is they really kind of take from their last successful development, they put into and further develop those type of things into their next development. So they're very, very good at learning from their mistakes and also their successes, and they put their successes and focus on those into their next developments. And so this is what's happening at Apex at Avenir. They are having they're developing an incredible clubhouse. And although it is not specific just to Apex, GL Homes put money into that clubhouse. And because of that, they're going to save you at Apex some of the CDD fees. So stick around. I'm going to talk about that later in my video. Okay, first I want to go to the map here and show you exactly where Apex at Avenir is located. It is in Palm Beach County. So Palm Beach County runs from Jupiter all the way down to Boca Raton with many cities in between. And as you can see here, it is a little far west, so sometimes people are driving out to the Avenir area and you do go down a long road that doesn't have a lot of development. It's like bushes on the side. Sometimes that's a little off-putting to some buyers, but what I would say is that it is in its newer stages. Even though it's been developing there for a few years, it's not even halfway done because they still have to do the town center and all of the things that they're building. So once it's all completely built, it's going to be a huge master plan community with lots and lots of things to offer. So with that being said, let's scroll in here. And you will see right now, coming off of North Lake, this is the main entrance here. This is the only entrance they have. They are going to have 3 different entrances. One here on Avenir Drive, the main one that's open. They're also going to have one on Coconut Boulevard. And then in between those two is right here is where, here, let me switch this, is where the actual town center is going to be located. They're actually constructed that will be the main supermarket for Avenir. And remember, Avenir in total is going to have about 4,000 homes. and GL Homes is building 562 of those homes. So this is where the town center is going to be. And then they're also going to have an exit here going out to what's called Beeline Highway. And Beeline will take you to PGA Boulevard, which will give you very easy access into Palm Beach Gardens. So you're going to have a couple different ways to enter and exit the community overall from North Lake and also Beeline to Palm Beach Gardens. Okay, so hopping over to the actual website, because remember, there are no models quite ready yet. They are actually having their grand opening this Saturday. It's going to be so crowded there with so many people though. So I'll be getting the videos of the model homes as soon as they empty out, and I will be releasing another video with all the model homes. But remember, if you want to see anything prior to that video or you want to book a call, reach out to me and my team. We do this every single day. We have great connections with the new home builders. And it's always best to have a buyer's agent with you on your first visit. In fact, they will not allow representation on your side, outside representation, unless you go on the first visit with your realtor. Now, the way that this works, and a lot of people call me after the fact, they've already gone to register and they don't even know that they're being registered. But if you walk into a new construction development without your realtor, you will be registered. You may or may not know that, but once that happens, you will not be able to be represented by outside representation by a buyer's agent like myself or my team members. And it's to your advantage to have outside representation to help guide you, help represent you. If you're relocating here, you need boots on the ground. We can do videos, we can show up for appointments that you cannot make, and we can guide you as far as what's normal, what's to expect, etc., and answer any of your questions. Now, builders account for this, and they actually love that realtors come in and bring business. They account for this. You don't get any kind of a discount if you don't use a realtor. It's still the same, and it's going to be the same pricing. And at times, depending on what type of development we're looking at, a realtor like myself can definitely help negotiate and ask for things that aren't expected or not thought of if you were just doing this by yourself. The builders are happy to pay our buyer's commission, so it's really no cost to you to have your own outside representation. So right now, this is the best way to see the model homes. And these are really beautiful homes you can see on their website right here. They do have all types of other developments here in South Florida. GL Homes is very, very well known in the area. They have been building here for decades and decades, and they're really regarded as one of the best builders in their price point. They have many other developments that you can see the type of models, and also their amazing clubhouses that they've really been, improving upon every time they build a new development. So you'll see, I just showed you the map. Now, in Apex, there are two different collections. There's the Pinnacle collection and there's the Summit collection. In the Pinnacle collection, it is going to start in the high 800s with the smallest one being a 2.2 with a den. You can opt for the third bedroom, a 2-car garage, and it's a total of 2660 total square feet, 1905 living square feet. So that's how we do it in South Florida. We mentioned both. Which the air-conditioned square feet does not account for the garage and maybe any kind of outside living space. And of course, they have several different models here. They have 7 in total, and the largest one here, the Polaris, is a 5-bedroom, 7-bathroom with a loft, 2-car garage. The air-conditioned square footage is 4,267, and the total square footage is just under 5,000 square feet. So it's a very large home if you need a large home for your family. Now, because they haven't had models so far, even though the outside of the homes, the elevation, they have 3 different elevations, they have been directing people to some of their other sites. So mainly Lotus in Boca Raton. The Polaris model in Lotus is actually going to be the Polynesia, which is a very popular model. I've sold a few of these. and my clients love this model. It's a very large home. It can account for, you know, a couple kids, however many kids you have, and maybe parents that want to live with you or what have you. But there's really, they even put it in your little packet here. They give you an idea of which homes are the same models at Lotus and Boca Raton. But what you must understand is that Boca Raton's models and Boca Raton's pricing is so much higher than here at Apex in Avenir. It is about a $500,000 difference for the same home on a larger lot. There are larger base lots at Apex and Avenir. So a lot of great value that you are going to get here, and they've already had 6 different price increases. Now, to give you an idea of the pricing, Dorado is priced in the high 800s, starting at $881,900, and then it goes up from there. And the biggest home is the Polaris that I just mentioned, and it is starting at $1,256,900. Now that is not including any of the lots, so you do have to pay the base price of the home and also for your lot. Now let's go over to the other collection, and then I will show you the lots in the map. So this is the Summit collection. Beautiful homes. They have 1-story options, they have 2-story options. Very, very nice. And there is a total of 5 of them. And the smallest one is the Oracle. That's starting at $1,301,900. And the Oracle at Lotus and Boca Raton would be the Napa. Okay, that would be equivalent to the Napa. And then you have the Adonis, the Meridian, the Olympus, and then the Zenith, which is the same as the Maldives, which is a beautiful home. I'm actually closing on a Maldives in Lotus next month with some buyers. Gorgeous, huge home. 5-bedroom, 5 bathrooms, 2 half baths, a den, a game room, a loft, media room, 4-car garage, and it is 5260 air conditioned square feet, a total of 6,591. So you're just under 6,600 square feet total, and it is very large. It's starting at $1,657,900. They do have an early move-in one listed just under $2 million. So that is a huge house. If you are looking to buy a larger home in this development, give me a call, send me a text, shoot us an email, somehow get in touch with us, because we definitely can help you. Okay, so jumping over to the map, you will see 2 different color codes here on the map, and that's because that tells you where the 2 different collections are going to be. You have the Summit collection over here, and then all the lighter green is going to be the Pinnacle collection. So Summit on this side and on this side, and then the lighter is the Pinnacle collection. So depending on what type of home you choose in which collection is also going to give you an idea of where you can choose your lot. Now, if I scroll in a little bit closer here, you will see the differences in like the size of the lots. Okay, so these look like the ones in the middle here of the Summit collection. These look like average lot sizes, even though some are on the lake and some are not. They're up against a berm. And then over here in the Pinnacle collection, you will see also some standard kind of looking lots. And these lots, the standard lots in the Pinnacle collection is 50 by 130. And then the ones in the Summit collection are going to be 62 by 130. So these are not 0 lot lines, which is great, because even the normal lots in Lotus and Boca Raton, even though their pricing is much higher because it is located in Boca Raton, the further south you go in Palm Beach County or in South Florida in general, the more expensive things tend to be. So in Boca Raton, you're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars more for these homes, and your standard lot is much, much smaller. It is a 0 lot line. And that's kind of common with home builders at this point because land is very scarce in South Florida. So builders do try to put as many homes on the land that they buy because there's a need for more and more housing. So it's really nice that you have larger lots, and you can always upgrade. So you can upgrade to, let's just say, if there's like a pie shape. Now, pie shape means something like this, where you're on a cul-de-sac and the front of your home, it's more narrow, and then as you go out the back door and on this example, you're overlooking the lake and you have a beautiful pie shape, a large pie shape exterior. Your neighbors are going to be a lot further away in the backyard. Of course, in the front, they're going to be pretty close. The house will sit, just about there. That's a way to get a much larger lot. Of course, these are going to have big premiums because not only are they pie shaped, they're on the cul-de-sac, which means you're going to have a lot less traffic, and they're on a lake view as well. So right now, the lots are ranging between, the water lots are ranging between $55,000, and the rep that I spoke with today told me that her highest lot sold for $385,000 extra. So that's kind of crazy, but it's a huge range. And depending on what you're looking at, I kind of try and sometimes, depending on who you are and what type of budget you have, there are these really cool lots, whether they're on the water or not. Sometimes there's these easements, and easements are great because it provides you some more room in between the homes of your neighbor, but you don't own this easement. So you can't really build anything on it. You can't technically do anything on it. You can kind of walk on it. Maybe you can throw a ball with your children on it or to yourselves or whatever. But what it really provides is it provides space in between lots on one side. Or, for example, over here, these two lots are next to a park. So some people may like that, some people may not, because obviously there's going to be people that are in the park and maybe people just don't want to be around that. Some people would enjoy that. Again, going into the Pinnacle collection over here, you have lots. Well, this one is going to back up to 3 different homes, but it looks like they've accommodated for some shrubbery, for privacy. Over here, this one, the same thing. These are easements. When you see this type of thing, it's an easement. They do typically charge a little bit more for these houses, but they're not usually too hefty. So if you don't have a huge budget for a water lot, then there are some dry lots that have an easement here and here. We'd have to see what is available when you do give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. I can very easily provide a phone call, Zoom call with the rep if you are not able to come down. The model homes are going to be ready this Saturday at the grand opening. So if you need myself or one of my team members to do a video walkthrough and you're like, April, I really want to come down, but I can't for whatever reason, and I want to check out some of the models and the lots and things like that, we can do all of those things virtually. So just give us a call. We cater to whatever your needs are. Definitely include us. We love to help our buyers with everything that they need. We do this every single day and we're happy to help. Okay, next let's go over the lifestyle, which is unlike any other. And they say this because this is one of the things that I think GL Homes has really improved upon. It is very uncommon to have the type of clubhouses that they're now developing and the amenities that they're developing in their communities. And that's really a huge draw for most people. Not only do you have an unbelievable amenities with pools, lap pools, kids pools, all types of different amenities as far as, it's like you're at a resort. You're also going to have 12 lighted pickleball courts, which is all the rage right now, and a state-of-the-art racket club and pro shop. You're going to have an incredible gym with all types of classes, sauna, steam room, showers. You're gonna have 9 lighted clay tennis courts, which is pretty awesome. Now, on top of all of that, and you can go to their website and see everything they have to offer as well, but they're gonna have, which is pretty incredible, this isn't really found very often, you're gonna have a restaurant and a pool bar included in this incredible clubhouse. Now, there are gonna be 2 clubhouses at Avenir, and one of them is going to accommodate the east side of the whole development. Remember, 4,000 homes total. Let me go over to the map really quick to show you very quickly. Let's see. So Avenir is going to have 2 different clubhouses. There's one that's already constructed and it's on the east. So it's going to handle and manage all of the east side of Avenir. And then Apex and the west side is going to be serviced by this other clubhouse. Now this clubhouse is going to be bigger and better, and it's also going to have the restaurant and the pool bar, which is, you know, highly desirable on top of everything else that it has. Apex at Avenir, you should know that what the fees are. So there's going to be 3 different HOA fees in Apex. So 3 different HOAs, which I'm going to go over right now. And also you are going to have a CDD fee, which everybody in Avenir is going to have a CDD, but I will explain a little bit more about that. Because of all these incredible amenities, you are going to have included in the neighborhood association. So the Apex Neighborhood Association, you'll get 4 neighborhood parks, 3 access bridges, 7 controlled access pedestrian gates, community irrigation, maintenance of the irrigation system, pest control, maintenance of entry features, staffing of the gatehouse located at the main entry, monitoring of the in-home alarm system. So you are going to have a manned gate at Apex, which is really nice, I think, for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's actually going to be somebody checking people in and making sure that the right people are coming into your community. It's not just going to be an automated system, which, you know, those are good too, but you're also going to have a manned gate when and if the power goes out. You're still going to have somebody there being able to let people in and out. So that's really nice. The fee for the neighborhood association is $284 a month. There's also an Avenir West Recreation Association. Now, Apex is going to be associated in the west, so that is going to accommodate for the 13 acres of the resort-style pool, pro shop, like the entire clubhouse, basically. It's 35,000 square feet in total. It's huge. So this will be designated to the west side. The fee is $95 to $100 a month, and that is paid quarterly. And then there is an Avenir Master Association. It's very little. It's $15 a year, not a month. So the total is going to be around $400 a month, depending on those fees. Now, they're getting to the CDD. So a CDD is what the entire development basically pays to develop the land. They take like a bond out on the land and it's paid through taxes. So that is going to be separate. That's not part of the association fees. That is actually it's paid through your tax bill. But because GL Homes gave money to build this incredible amenities area that you see here, then that has reduced the amount of your CDD fee for the year in Apex. Now, most of the other communities are paying $5,000 or $6,000 a year for their CDD fee. At Apex, you are going to be paying in the Pinnacle collection yearly $27.32.90, and then in the Summit collection a total of $28.26.90. So, you know, around $2,700 and $2,800 depending on which collection you're in. So that gives you a little bit of savings even though you are paying for that beautiful amenities. Now, the property taxes in this development, you can kind of guesstimate about 1.7% of the property taxes to be calculated for the taxes that you're going to be paying yearly for this home. So 1.75% of the total purchase price is what you can expect. Now, getting back to the different entrances that you have as far as entry to the entire Avenir. North Lake Boulevard, you're gonna have 2. You're gonna have the main one that's open right now, and then you're gonna have Coconut Boulevard, which is gonna be the second entrance. And again, I mentioned that you're gonna have the third one that goes out of the north end of the community, and that's gonna go into the Beeline Highway again, that goes into off of PGA Boulevard. So that'll be your north exit or entrance. But right here in this entrance, the Coconut Boulevard, is where you're gonna find the town center. And the town center is gonna have a lot of great things, lots of shops, restaurants. There is gonna be a Publix supermarket, which is pretty awesome. They're also going to have a hotel that's gonna eventually be built there, which is really cool because when you have family or friends come, if they don't wanna stay in your home, or you don't want them to stay, or maybe you don't have room for them to stay, you're gonna have a very easy access to a hotel right on property. Now, this is gonna be about 400,000 square feet, I believe is what the representative told me today. And that is enormous. Pretty much everybody in Avenir is going to be able to access the town center by golf carts if you choose. So you just get a nice little golf cart. I think they have to be street ready. And this is what's done in the other community in Palm Beach Gardens, which is Alton. It's very golf cart accessible. These are very, very popular right now in South Florida. People don't want to have to take their cars. They can just take their golf carts, you know, put the kids on the golf cart, or, you know, their spouse or their friends, go pick up friends and just roll on over into the town center, go get some groceries, go have some lunch or dinner, and come on back. So a lot of great things that are going to be offered in this community. That's why even if you drive into the community right now and you feel like it's a little bit remote, and, you know, I'll give you that, because this is this strip of land that I mentioned. You have to drive through this and it's all kind of, you know, trees and shrubbery on either side of you. So you kind of feel like, wow, you know, this is civilization. And then you go through this, which is kind of preserves. It's a wildlife center and preserve. You drive through, but, you know, it's kind of nice. And then you get over here and there's a bunch of other developments, and, you know, Avenir is going to be the biggest one. And you're really going to be self-contained. You're going to have everything that you actually need in Avenir. If you feel like having a change of pace, obviously you go into Palm Beach Gardens or you go to West Palm Beach and you have a little bit of a change of pace. It's really not that far at all. Not only that, but let's just talk about the schools. The schools in the area are going to be, they're pretty much all A-rated, A-zone schools. So A-rated schools. Please do your own homework and make sure that you are checking that on your own, because school zones change at any given time. But I always want people to do their own research. And there's also going to be a charter school that's going to be on site, which is going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be called Somerset Academy, another added benefit to living in Avenir. What you will need is a check for $10,000 to secure a lot. So you have already picked the type of home that you want, the model home, and you've picked the lot, and you have to give them a $10,000 refundable deposit. So that will allow you to have about 3 days to review the contract, go over all the things, answer any questions, give me a call. We can discuss any questions you may have. These are builder contracts, so you must know, I tell all of my buyers this. Sometimes they ask, hey, April, you know, I'm gonna send this to my attorney, or do you have an attorney for review? So if you have any questions about the contract, we can review that. And that's what we're here for, is to guide you through this new home build purchase. A $10,000 refundable check. And then after those 3 days and you have reviewed the contract, you are ready to sign that contract, then you will have to put 10% of that purchase price down. So that would be the entire deposit. And of course, that $10,000 can go toward that 10%. So $10,000 check to reserve the lot and the home. And then once you've signed the contract, you have a few days to get in your 10% deposit. Now, after that, the only thing you have to worry about is all of your options. Several weeks later, you will have an options appointment, and I can help you with that if needed. Most people are going to do that either online or, you know, offsite, or they come in for that. I would suggest you come in, because you're going to want to see the types of options they have in person. For the options, you're going to be expected to write another check for 33% up to $75,000 in the Pinnacle collection, and 33% up to $100,000 in the Summit collection. And after that, if you pass $75,000 in the Pinnacle or $100,000 in the Summit, then you will have to come out of pocket 100%. So that is what you can expect as far as payments and checks that you have to deposit. After that, everything else is due at closing. So you will be paying the rest, the sum of everything, at closing. And you might wonder, what type of incentives are they giving? Right now, GL Homes at Apex is giving $15,000 for closing costs, and that is if you use their mortgage lender and also their title company for closing. That's how they can provide those types of incentives, although incentives can change at any time. But right now, recording this video in around mid-May 2024. They're offering that $15,000, which is a nice little savings. Now, there is going to be gas available in this community, which is awesome. I love that all the new developments, almost all the new developments are offering gas, because historically in South Florida, we don't have a lot of gas. So that's really nice. And also they are offering pools. Now, the build time for the homes right now is anywhere, I would say, between 12 to 14 months. So they're kind of in line with almost all new construction, unless you're dealing with some of the new construction like D.R. Horton and Lennar. They kind of build spec homes, so they have ready to move in homes. But GL Homes doesn't do that too often. They like for you to be able to come in, pick your model home, pick your lot, and be able to build it the way you build it, with all your options picked by the homeowner. So if you're going to do that, it does take time. You have to do all the appointments. They have to, get the permits and also build the home. So it is going to be a lengthier timeline. But right now they do have a couple of move-in readies, because there are always homes that maybe fall through, the buyers don't execute for whatever reason, and sometimes they have one or two homes, and also depending on what the market is doing. So in general, they don't have ready-to-go homes. Sometimes they have a couple. Another reason for you guys to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. At any given time, those type of homes may be available, but again, there are few and far between, and that's why myself and my team are here to help you.